Arne Slot confirms Liverpool have a new weapon after striking 40 agreement. As the sunshine beat down on Merseyside, Liverpool fans were greeted to the best of news on Friday morning, with the club making a massive announcement. For months now, speculation about Mohamed Salah's contract renewal had been rife. It was genuinely hard to call at times whether he would stay or whether he would go. But the speculation is over. Salah had found an agreement with Liverpool that fits both parties, and he will be staying at Anfield for the next 2 years. It's a massive boost for Liverpool. Salah has 6 more goals and 7 more assists than anyone else in the Premier League this season. He's simply one of the best players in European football at the moment, and replacing him would have been nigh on impossible. Keeping him at the club is the best choice for Liverpool, and it will ensure the right-wing position is at least not one that Richard Hughes has to worry about this summer. Slot confirms new Liverpool weapon Hughes doesn't have to worry about replacing Salah anymore, but he still has a lot of work ahead of him this summer with plenty of positions that needed reinforcing. There's the left-back department, a potential new centre-back needed, maybe a right-back, a holding midfielder, and the Reds need a revamp in attack too. This is going to mean that Liverpool have to plan ahead and try to acquire targets early on in the window, which is not easy, especially when there are multiple teams vying for the services of certain top targets like Hugo Ekitike and Milos Kerkez. But Salah's new agreement, which is worth £20 million per year as per Fabrizio Romano and therefore $40 million in total, might have given the Reds a new weapon. This has been confirmed by Arne Slot. Speaking to reporters during his Friday press conference at the AXA Training Center, the main topic of conversation was of course the Reds' Egyptian star. During the press conference, Slot confirmed that having now died his future down to the club, Salah's decision to stay on Merseyside could give the Reds a new weapon in the pursuit of their main targets. If I would put myself in the shoes of a player we might want to sign, it is always nice to tell them Mo has signed his contract, Slot told reporters. Slot has put it perfectly here. So far, Hughes has not been able to confirm with potential prospects just what the future holds for some of the club's key stars. Tying Salah down to a new contract gives Liverpool a new weapon to use in negotiations, because who doesn't want to play with the best player in the world? Bradley Barcola opens door to massive Liverpool transfer. Bradley Barcola has opened the door to make an exit from PSG and complete a move to Liverpool. During the January transfer window, the Reds were left frustrated when their long-term target Kvicha Kvaratskhelia ended up at Paris Saint-Germain. Anfield Watch understands Liverpool wanted to do a deal for the Georgian but could not find a way to offload Luis Diaz nor Darwin Núñez, which they wanted to do before signing Kvaratskhelia. In the end, the former Napoli winger did not want to wait any longer and agreed the switch to PSG, who had very much pushed to sign him. And that left winger could be a Paris Saint-Germain star, who has been impacted by Kvaratskelia's arrival in Bradley Barcola. Barcola opens door to Liverpool transfer. Liverpool monitored Barcola heavily during his time at Lyon prior to making the switch to PSG. This was confirmed by Fabrizio Romano himself. He's the perfect profile for the Reds. Barcola thrives in 1-versus-1 challenges, and he puts in a lot of graft off the ball as well. Liverpool need players who are good in tight spaces, players who can beat 1 or 2 defenders in order to open up defenses and create space for the rest of the team. Barcola is exactly that kind of player, and it seems like he is currently considering his options amid the arrival of Kvaratskhelia and PSG's drive to bring in even more attackers this summer. That is according to L'Équipe, who report that Barcola has been in negotiations for several months with PSG over a new contract and hasn't yet made up his mind whether to extend. According to the report, he is hesitating on a new renewal and he is waiting until the end of the season to make up his mind to see what kind of competition he would face with PSG also interested in Magnus Akliouche. This hesitation from Barcola's part will naturally turn his attention on potential moves away from Paris and open the door for Liverpool to swoop in for his services. It's a move that makes sense, and it could even present the opportunity for Liverpool to do a swap deal.
Rasmus Højlund speaks out on Ruben Amorim, amidst transfer uncertainty as Manchester United eye striking reinforcements, in what has been an underwhelming campaign for Manchester United. Questions continue to mount over the future of their Danish striker Rasmus Højlund. After arriving at Old Trafford with high expectations and a hefty $72 million price tag in the summer of 2023, The 22-year-old forward has struggled to meet the demands of Premier League football and now finds himself the subject of intense transfer speculation once again. Højlund's name has been increasingly linked with a move away from Manchester United, with several Italian clubs reportedly monitoring his situation closely. The speculation follows the Red Devils' recent managerial transition, with Portuguese tactician Ruben Amorim taking over from Erik ten Hag. Reports suggest the new boss may not view Højlund as a central figure in his long-term plans, triggering rumors of a potential departure during the upcoming summer transfer window. Disappointment. Following a big-money move, when Højlund was signed from Atalanta in 2023, the move was seen as part of a broader strategy to rejuvenate United's attack with youthful energy, pace, and raw potential. Højlund was one of Europe's most exciting young strikers at the time, and the club had hoped he would become a long-term focal point of their offensive line. However, despite glimpses of promise, the young forward has struggled to find consistency or rhythm in a disjointed United side that has failed to deliver on multiple fronts. Throughout the current season, Højlund has managed just 3 Premier League goals, a disappointing return for a player brought in to provide firepower and lead the line. While part of the blame can certainly be attributed to United's tactical instability and lack of cohesion, Højlund's individual performances have left fans and pundits questioning whether he is the right man to spearhead their ambitions. Romano. Reports growing interest from Italy as uncertainty looms over Højlund's future at Old Trafford. Renowned transfer expert Fabrizio Romano has added fuel to the fire by revealing that clubs in Italy have begun exploring the possibility of bringing Højlund back to Serie A. According to Romano, there has been a flurry of inquiries during the early days of April, with several Serie A sides reaching out to gauge United's willingness to part ways with the Danish international. In this month, so the first 10 days of April, Italian clubs started calling to understand the situation of Rasmus Højlund, Romano said in a video update on his YouTube channel. They have a feeling there could be an opportunity to bring the player back to Italy. United signed him from Atalanta, and now he could return to Serie A at the end of the season. The possibility of returning to the Italian top flight might appeal to Højlund, who previously enjoyed success at Atalanta and is familiar with the tactical intricacies and tempo of Serie A. While no specific clubs have been named, teams like Juventus, AC Milan, and Napoli, each of whom are rumored to be in the market for a young striker, could be potential suitors. Højlund on Amorim, a glimmer of optimism. Despite the speculation, Højlund has maintained a professional demeanor and has spoken positively about working under Ruben Amorim. In a recent interview featured on Manchester United's official website, Højlund addressed his current position and the tactical adjustments being implemented by the new manager. His comments suggest he remains committed to adapting to Amorim's system and is not yet ready to give up on